into the silent night, an endless fall, like cuts from 1,000 knives. I hear you call, but I'm still stumbling in the dark, a silent howl as I dissolve into your arms. I waited now, seduced by a sweet mirage. We could live or we could stay, sedated state of wide awake.
Right, let's see here. Just got to double check here and looks like I'm not clipping. How you doing? It is a Tuesday, and I will be on with Kai today on Tuesday afternoon. We'll be back on at 4, but I finished my year, so there's not a lot going on. So I decided that since the Mavic Air 3 is starting to basically, drop pictures, I thought I'd just give it a few thoughts. And there's a bunch of things I can see right away that is interesting and potentially game-changing, I guess you could say it. I guess we've got a mini Mavic 3 coming. Hold on here, I gotta check out my sound. There, we're good. I just want to double check my audio, make sure everything was good. But welcome, Dad Random. And we've got some really awesome things. We've got some real pictures like that one and that one. These are definitely real. And I thought I'd share some of my intuition as to what I think about them. So just to give you an idea what I'm facing today, let me go into my, hold on here, I'm gonna change into studio mode here, hold on. I just wanna see what I'm gonna post up here. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got things moving all over the place. Let's put that chat over there because I wanna look this way. And I wanna put this up. I know you're not seeing this. There's Dad Random's Twitter, because that's where it started to come. So these are basically tweets. And I just want to say that yes, I could probably share this. Let's go ahead and transition over. The other thing I want to do is I want to transition my studio display and then put up a chat stream. So we're going to do that. Remember, I've got a lot of time on my hands today. Let's get that display capture off on this side. But so we were exploring. We could go DJI Air 3. Let's see what our searches come up with. There it is right there. Igor Bogdanov has been sharing these photos with us. And of course, 51 Drones already did I don't watch them because I don't have my own impressions if I watch other people's stuff. So you can understand that. Here, I've just got to put on my chat. Hold on here, I'm going to post my URL for my chat. Let's go there. Right now, my chat is pretty sad. There's not a lot going on. Let's see. That should have went up there. That should be the chat right there. This should be my live. Let's see here. It's not showing up over there. That's not good. What is showing up? That's going. Hold on. I'm still looking at my chat. But anyway, maybe we're not going to get that. Usually I can throw my chat up in like 2 seconds. There, it doesn't. Here, let's try that one. That looks different. No, it looks the same. Copy. Take that. Put that in there. It should show up. Oh, well. Let's go out and go back in. Yeah, it's not popping in. All right. I don't know what's going on with that. I can go to my docs. I should have a chat doc, too. Oh, there we go. Problem with that one is that one does, anyway. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to the point. Yeah, we'll transition back over. So we've got a release of the Mavic Air 3. And I think this one kind of gives away all of what we need to know. And it is basically a mini Mavic 3. And that picture right there shows that it has the Hasselblad and the Explorer mode. So it probably has the 1/2.3. So let me go and get my little chart out. I think that would be helpful, I think. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get that out. I think that would really be helpful to us to see that. So I'm going to go over here and put that up, and that'll give you an idea where our camera is going from, where it's going to, and where it has come from. So this is a little. Now I can share that. Put that display up there. Alrighty. We'll move that one over, transition that one over. All right. This is the chart, the original chart that I made when I was looking at the new Mavic 3 when it came out. And let's put that there. And one of the things that you'll see is the evolution of different types of sensors, camera sensors. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit more. Maybe go to 150. There we go. Because then I can just center it a little bit right there. So from the Mavic Pro Platinum, I actually put the Mavic 3 Pro stats right by my head here. And you can see the three sensors that the Mavic Pro, Mavic 3 Pro or Mavic Pro 3, the 1/1.3, 1/2.3, and 4/4. And we know from these photographs, these images, that this one's going to basically have the micro 4/3 camera. Okay, that's what that is. That's the Hasselblad camera, and it's in a smaller form factor. So you're going to get all of the mini traits, and then to add more excitement to this, I'm saying, well, is this worth getting it? Yeah, it's going to be a really good drone, and it's definitely going to replace the Air 2S. It's, you know, the Air 2S was 1 inch. This is 4/3. This is going to be many more pixels. It's going to be a lot more pixel density. It's going to make those massive shots. Now, the Explorer mode is not a big deal. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, it's great that you have the 2 cameras. You know, so you guys that have the Mavic 3 Classic, you're still in good shape. You basically have a bigger version of what's going to be the Air 3. So we'll see what gadgets and gizmos they throw onto it. I don't know how they're going to sell this one besides it just being a little bit smaller. When I travel with my Mavic 3, I thought I had it with me. It's 5 pounds. This one's going to be probably a little under 4 pounds carrying this in your bag. So you're going to gain that way. Now, one of the images, and I'm gonna go and find that image for you guys, and because I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you this one image, they gave it to us on purpose. There's a reason why that this image was shared. So I'm gonna go over. I gotta find my images here. I gotta go back and forth. Here's my images. Where's my images? I know where they're at. They're updating right now. I'm just trying to go to downloads, and there it is. That's what we're looking for. I just wanted the fully involved one. This is the one I'm looking for right there. So I'm going to put it up for you guys to see the image I am talking about. It's all blurry. So let's go back to my display. It's that image right there. And you can see the old, well, actually, those are the mini 3 batteries next to a longer battery. And they purposefully blurted out the label. And I don't know if there's a label there's probably no label that's been shared. And that label, I have not checked for. So we could check for it. We could go to the Shenzhen's, the FCC label. So let's move this out of there. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with pictures. Look at that. That's some awesome stuff in there. I want to go to the FCC label site that I've got in here. Let's see if I can find it. That's what we're looking for, the Shenzhen technology. And I do not see anything new. So we don't have this is the Matrice label. So we do not have a new, those are some fun pictures. Actually, I should move all these pictures over. I have, obviously have multiple accounts here, so I just gotta shut that one down. I'm gonna move these into that site there. Yeah, so I can put it, I'm just moving them into data random there. These are the Google photos there's some Amsterdam photos. Those were that was a fun trip. That's my wife in Amsterdam. That's just awesome. Love that picture of her. She's so awesome. Let me do the crap that I do. Believe me. Okay, here we go. So there's our photograph. Oh, yeah, kid right there. But right there, this is the picture in question right here. So until we know the details of that battery, so we've got a longer version of a battery that already gives us over 35 minutes into a heavier drone. So my guess is this Air 3 is going to be a 35-minute bird. They'll probably maybe boast 40. So if this is a 40-minute Micro Four Thirds medium-sized drone, a lot of people are going to buy this. Now the cost is probably the big issue. These are, the blurry photos that we got. I don't know if there's any better ones, but we definitely can see the 4/3 camera, which would make total sense with this. I don't know why they're going to compete with their Mavic line. We definitely see, if you notice the props, look at the rake on those props. Look at the pitch. They look like a more heftier pitch. They look more like the master air screws with the pitch on there. And you can see the rear sensors poking out. They pushed them out to the sides and raised them up a little bit. And then there's your front sensors right there. So we don't have the set of 4 sensors that we had previously on there, which is very interesting. But I'd say just in 2 things. Probably the flight time is going to be closer to 40 minutes. And I really had no problem with the flight time on the original Air 2S. It'll be compatible, obviously, with the controller, the RC, and the controller Pro, the Pro controller, and then it'll probably have some kind of goggle interaction and probably the motion controller. So that'll probably be the difference. I definitely see that the front end has been raised up. You can see that they jacked up the front end. We cannot see the bottom, so we have no images of the bottom of this at all. And, of course, we've got that shot right there that I blew up a little bit. There's, trying to figure out something there. Here, let's see if, that must be a strobe, I'm guessing. You see that right there? I'm guessing this thing might be equipped with a strobe already. I don't know why they don't put a strobe on the Mavic 3. But right there looks kind of like it's strobe-ish, which would definitely be a purchasing factor, at least for some of us. So yeah, I'm just looking at that right there. That little thing could be identified. No, we do have both sensors. On this version here, we've got a top and a front-facing sensor. I didn't think I saw that. Let's look at the other one again. Ooh, that's different. Those are different pictures. This here is not the same as the one that's on my thumbnail. So that's for sure a fake. This one, I believe, is real. And I believe this one, let's see if I can find it here. The one I just showed you, this one here, that's fake. Or another version. So this might not be the camera. It might just be the Mavic 3 camera. Hey, Chris Wedgeworth. But so this photo here does not jive with this one right here. So we've got something going on there. I believe this one's real. This one is there's too much going for it to make it not real. We've got the raised front. We've got possible image identifiers, different things they want to identify with the model. So, the people that are watching it do its tests. And of course the larger prop pitch for sure. So anyway, okay. So, flight time is fine. Yeah. I think, yeah, Chris, I think, thanks for popping in, by the way. This is obviously not my usual time. And remember, I will be on, and we will be on later. So maybe Kai, as he looks at this today, and we get together at 4:30 Central Time. Actually 5:30 Central, 4:30 my time, Mountain Time. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he has to say about it. And is there enough difference of this, of this model that we're going to, get a bunch of purchasers? I think you do if you price it right. But the price range is getting so tight. Hey, how you doing? But the price ranges are getting so tight because in this price range, you have the Mavic 3 Classic, you've got the Air 2S, and you possibly have the Mini 3. It's in the $1,000 category. This is going to be in the $1,200 category. I'm just telling you. This is what it's always cost. And this will come with the RC. This will be $1,200, and it's going to come with the RC. That's my guess. That is my guess on this one. Obviously, it's a guess, and everybody's got a an opinion. But yeah, so I think there's a lot of cool stuff. I do. Now, of course, if we discount the this picture here, which is not real from everything that I've seen, or they're just two different models being tested. But that is a big old camera on there. That is a big honking camera in comparison to what we had. So let's look back. Let's go back over here. I'm gonna go back to this, to this chart. So this is where we're at with the Air 2S. 1 inch, okay, 5K, 30 frames, 20 megapixel. This is a really good package. So if you're sitting with the Mavic 3 right now, the only reason to upgrade would be to get the camera that the Classic has. And they've got, if they still have the Hasselblad Explorer cameras, and they want to drop it on the top of a Mini or an Air platform, that would be interesting. Other than that, we've come a long way. So let's look. If we go back to the Platinum and you look at the 1/2.3, that has been their standard camera arrangement. The Mavic 2 Zoom had it, and then they went to the 1-inch CMOS with the Mavic 2 Pro. And then they took that Mavic 2 Pro camera and they moved it up into the Air 2S category. And they created a whole new camera category for the Mavic 2. So when the Mavic 2 came out, the Air 2, we were still flying the Mavic 2 Zoom. And so there was just a little, it was just under censored, because they want to make you choose. But now they're squeezing themselves in a very interesting place, because now we're in the Mavic Pro is all over the place. Your Mavic Pro basically covers all the base. When you buy a Mavic Pro, you're buying the Mavic 3, you're buying the Mini 3, and you're buying the old Air 2, because it's half inch in the Explorer camera, I believe. That's the 122 millimeter. That's the 122 millimeter zoom camera. So, and to go into a new Mini platform, all you're going to do is you're going to get a little bit more flight time, hopefully a 4/3 camera. Hopefully they throw the Classic camera on there, and they bring in that larger battery. To me, that's the only thing that's real on this page, is that they've gone to a longer battery. So they elongated the battery compartment, and I can't remember what the Air 2S's battery is, because I don't think I have it on this sheet. Let's see if I put, I didn't put maybe I'm gonna have to add that. I'm gonna add battery data on here, because it'd be nice to know where the batteries are going as well. But this will definitely be a battery inside of the Mavic. It'd have to be in between the Mavic 3 battery weight and the Air 2S, or the long-range battery that's in the Mini. Now, here's a question. Let me look at that. I got to look at that picture again. Okay, I'm going back. Got to go back to the pictures. Got to go back. Okay, I want to see something. I just want to look at those batteries again. Do you think? Yeah, I'm just saying. Do you think this battery could slide into this slot? No, I was just thinking that they took the Mini 3 battery and then there's no way to. So why'd they put these together? Interesting enough. So these might be the long range batteries, and this is the new battery for the Air 2 or the Air 3 with the longer range capability. So it's gonna probably have a classic flying ability. So almost 40 minutes. So hey man, thanks Chris for popping in. Appreciate you popping in. I'm unloading my brain right now. So hey, I am working. This is me working today. But thanks for popping in. This is mainly for a replay. So these are just my thoughts. So that's kind of it from these images. And of course, we're going to get a bunch of images coming very soon. Once we get an idea as to what that battery is, that's going to, take away some of the mystery. And why they did a close-up, I think they did a close-up of the prop, because those are definitely not the regular props. That is a different prop design. That is definitely a different prop design. That is that's more Hubsan-like with the prop. So if you go in and you get a close-up of that thing, I wish I could get in a little bit further. I'd have to download it to get it further. Let's see. Let's see if I can download this one. I just want to get in on that prop a little bit more. Let's open that one up like this. Put it in there so I can really jack into that. Yeah, so if you look at that prop right there, that is just not your standard props. Now, it does have the rubber tips, so we got that. But that's where I think the other difference is. Definitely updated the camera, longer battery, and then they did something with the flight time with the props, for sure. Obviously, they changed the airframe a little bit and messed around with those sensors, but that's my thoughts. That's what I'm seeing here. So if you're just wondering, if you were kind of deciding what Dad Random thought about this specific build, pretty good. It's definitely going to be cool. I mean, everything DJI puts out is great. And this is the end. This is where I'm going to end my rant. Who's going to compete with them at this point? The answer is nobody. Nobody's competing with them. They've got no competitors. They really could price this thing anywhere they wanted to and sell it. That's the really sad thing about the drone market right now. So if I have any thoughts, for today, that's definitely a Micro Four Thirds camera in there. It's got to be. And like I said, that they basically just punched these out. So they're just covering this entire area. So they're covering high and low. Nothing coming out of the back. That's just basically an air scoop. And then these are angled up. Okay, remember the other ones were kind of back and straight out. So this one now has a little bit larger field of view. Of course, the props are the only thing in the way, but it's going to pick stuff up. Interesting. I wonder why it doesn't pick up its own props. That's in the movie. That's very interesting. I'm sure that's something that the engineers. That's why DJI is so good. Is these sensors are picking up their own props, and they don't use the information. So just cool. So that's Dad Random. That's my thoughts on the Air 3. Is it coming? Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be here probably before I can, have time to breathe. Lot of stuff hitting. I'm very, very happy with the Mavic 3 Pro. I think the Mavic 3 Pro, if you have not had a chance to fly that. Now, obviously, the price, there's going to be a huge price difference in these two. That's going to be much more economical. You're going to see right here. And who knows what other really cool feature they're going to throw in the firmware. But, all right. But Dad Random. And I just don't know where it's going to take us, but it's definitely taken us forward. I just wished we had some more competition. I really do. Really do. Justin, thanks for popping in. Tifosi16, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. But little Air 3 talk, little Air 3 discussion. Once again, the things that we can see for sure are they replace the sensors. Now, we haven't seen the bottom. We have no idea what's on the bottom of this. For example, if we look down here, you see this little scoop down here? That could just be a flange coming out, or that could be a downward facing sensor of some kind of down and back. Definitely a micro four thirds. That's where they're going. This is not going to be a 1-inch camera. That's too big of a box. That's too big of a camera for a 1-inch. It's not going to be a 1/1.3 like that's in the. Remember, let's go to our chart. That's going to be in the Mini 3 Pro. Let's see, we have 4K 60. This will be 4K 60. It'll be 48 megapixel, be 10-bit for sure. We're going to have that 150 transmission rate. It'll probably be 1080 transmission. AccuSync 3, probably goggles is my guess. And you probably will be able to fly it with your controller 2 and your Integras. That is my thought. Hey, Trapper, how you doing? Hey, don't be, you're not late. I kind of just went over what I thought, the things that I saw that I thought were new. We've been looking at these birds for a long time now. 5 years this year. I've flown every one of them, pretty much, except for the high-priced commercial ones. I haven't flown any Matrices, or I haven't even flown an Inspire. I actually thought about buying an Inspire 2 just for fun, but it's just not taking. It's the fun factor and the curiosity factor doesn't lead me to fork out $1,000 to find a used one. Inspire 2s are not $1,000; they're still $3,000. So we're looking at about, like I said, we're in that $1,200 range. We know that DJI's bumped the price up a little bit. And then with a Fly More, this thing's going to be in the $1,700 range, I'm guessing. So that is my idea, about $1,700. But for sure, we've got a realignment of the sensors. We've got different props. Those are not stock. I've been looking at props now for these things. It's not a stock prop. It's not a Mavic 3 prop for dang sure. There's just too much pitch on those things. And that's probably going to drop its sound down. It's probably going to be a more throaty sound. And then you got that really long battery that's in there. You got that freaking long battery. That is a long sucker. And that's a 40-minute battery is my guess. So, all right, I think I'm going to go and get on with my afternoon. But I greatly appreciate you dropping in. I think this is going to be a great bird. Does it matter? Yeah. I just wish we'd have some competitors, but I really don't think. I think the competition is gone. I think Dobo kind of alluded to that. That Autel has gone the way of the Goonie bird with trying to. They did the Light series. They did. They'd be the only company that could put out anything remotely competitive. So that's kind of where we're at. We're not gonna. There's no toy companies are not gonna come out with anything worth of crap. They haven't been able to even put a three-axis gimbal, let alone. And I believe this picture here is fake. That one there just doesn't check any boxes. That one's real. Tells us a lot. but we won't know any stats. Once again, fake. And then we've got those new batteries. We've got that longer battery compared to the, the long range 3. So if you're flying the Mini 3, you already invested, especially the Mini 3 Pro. If you're flying the other Mini 3, it's definitely worth thinking about going this way. Just the Micro Four Thirds is just way better. It's just the images are just killer. And I don't have any. Let me see if I have any images that I could share with you. I did. Well, in my last video, I posted some stuff. I have to go out of here. Hold on here. I'll leave with this. Let me see if I can. Let me find an image for you guys. And at least one image that I pulled recently. So let me just get out of here real quick. Let's go in here. And let's find it. Right there. This is a great image. This is a Micro Four Thirds image. Let me share that with you guys. I know they're 1080p. I should be able to share it right there. So that is a Micro Four Thirds image. I don't remember if this could be a screenshot from the Micro Four Thirds camera. So you're looking. I mean, look at the amount of detail in there. And this is, when I take pictures of the place that I live, there's not a lot of contrasty colors, okay, except for green and brown. So you have to be able to differentiate this strata on the side of this, this butte here. And when you get in there, it's, remember, this is 1080p once removed. Look at the sun. You can see the rays of the sun coming down through the clouds. You can see the dynamics in the clouds really good. So and that's the 4/3. That's what you gain. Now, can you get that from your Mini 3? Yeah, you sure can. So you guys hey, Jim, Drone Delirium, how you doing? Hey guys, don't forget to come in 4:30. Okay, I will be joining Kai, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing. I need Kai's input because he sees things I don't see. And if they put a Micro Four Thirds camera on the Air 2S, it's just going to be a really good bird. You guys that like the smaller form factor bird with the Airs, say you're an Air buyer. There's people that there are people not like me who try to go and cover all the bases. There are people that just buy the Mavic Airs. They bought Mavic Air Original, Air 2, 2S. Now, yeah, this is a great step forward. It's going to be longer battery life, better camera, probably better sensors, definitely better electronics, probably 1080, 120, was it 140 bit? I already got rid of that screen, but yeah. So yeah, I really love that shot right there. That is a great shot. And it doesn't do it justice. And I didn't have any chance to mess with this picture at all. But I love it when you can get the sun, kind of the rays coming through. I got some better pictures, down in this area right over here, coming through there. That was kind of cool with there's kind of a mist over the top of the fields. So then I got some reflections off of this pond down here. So yeah, Mavic 3 Classic, no one needs to upgrade. Yeah, the original, the Classic or the original. The only thing you're going to gain from the original is there was that GPS issue. That's gone. We don't have that GPS issue anymore. When I launch my Mavic 3 Pro, it is the ultimate flying machine. I mean, I'm looking at this Air 3 going, and all I'm going to do if I go this direction is I'm going to take a step down. I might take a step up for travel, but I'm going to take a step down in what the Mavic 3 can do. It's just a heavier bird. It's got a lot more power. There's not a lot of places you can go. I can get the N1 controller. I'm actually thinking about, I should do that. I should get on the aftermarket and buy an N1 so I can run the tablet. I'm not a huge fan of the RC. It's convenient. That's about it. And a lot of people are saying, well, why don't you go RC Pro? It's just, once again, I buy a whole drone for a controller, and I go through so many, so many drones that I can't do that, for what I do with my channel and stuff. So it says, Femi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. I've just been kind of in thinking. Let me moderate you too. I got you as a standard moderator, so there we go. But just make perfect sense they replaced the Air 2S. Yeah, it's just that time. It's that time. Mavic Pro, I understand, is overweight. Yeah, and the thing about the Air 2S is they will not get it under 250 grams. The Air 2S will be a heavy drone. So it says Japan has a few drones coming out. Yeah, but not everything is the American rules either. You've got to, understand that there's different parts of the world that have different rules. So yeah, if you have the original Air 2, you're still sitting good. Okay, let me pull up that chart again. Here, I'm gonna switch over, and I'm just gonna tell you why. If you're sitting with the original Air 2, don't freak out. Okay, I just got to switch over. I got to change my accounts here really quick. I have this chart. This chart's really helpful at trying to explain things before I go, because I'm trying to kind of wrap things up here. But if you're sitting at the original Air 2, you're at a 1/2 inch sensor. That is a really capable sensor. The images, the 48 megapixel, shots that are being stitched together are amazing. 34 minutes of flight time. You get great flight time with both the Air 2S and the Air 2. The one thing I did have problems with the original Air 2 is heat. I did have problems, and with the Air 2S, I didn't, meaning that the original Air 2 would overheat and it would land, especially where I lived. So that was my big problem with the Air 2. If you don't live in a place that's over 100 degrees, if you're 90, I hear it was coming down. The Air 2S, I did not have that problem. I did a hover test with the Air 2S and it took it. But you got 5.4K, 30 FPS, 1 inch moving up to the Air 2S. So, and you're saying, well, maybe you're sitting at the Air 2S and your life is good. Do you notice that where it says sensors, it says forward, backwards, upwards, downwards? I can imagine that's going to be the case with the new one, meaning that's going to have more ability to see what's around it. Just like my Mavic 3 Pro, I'm gonna have a very tough time getting rid of my Mavic 3 right now. So if anyone wants to see a lonely shot, check this out. This is actually my Action 2. Check this one out here. There we go. There's a studio shot. Got an empty. That's empty work right now. It's done. Done for the year. But there's my work studio. And I actually updated my home studio. So, yeah, thought I'd give you guys a shot of that. But that's the Action 2, by the way, that camera. So, there we go. Make sure I come back here. That's pushing too many buttons to push. But yeah, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's a shot from the Action 2 plugged directly into the PC. So it does get kind of hot. If I feel it right now, it's warm. That's not too bad. That's really actually not too bad. And I've got it plugged into USB-C. So, all righty. Here in Kansas, it doesn't good. Yeah, I have unbearably hot temperatures. It gets so hot here. And in Florida too. Something about the humidity will also affect it. I've heard people talk about the Florida humidity. I know Kansas does get humid, but I had a lot of problems with that. With the Air 2S, I didn't. I didn't have any problems. And I remember I did a hover test in the heat, and the minis don't. The minis get hot as hell, but they do fine. I did not do a Mini 3 hover test in the heat. I didn't need to. I just said, the other ones don't do it. This one's not going to do it. So, but thanks for popping in. So, guys, that's a fake picture. That's not real. That's real. For as much as from my expertise, that is all DJI. There's nothing fake in that. That's real. That's a real battery comparison. I don't believe anybody stretched out a battery just to, so I think we got a really good look at the next Air, and those props are not, guys, you guys are coming in late. Let me just show you that really quick. For you guys that are popping in late, I want to give you that close-up of the prop really quick. So let me just go back. Before I go, I'm trying to be thorough today. So if you look at that prop right there, that is not a standard DJI prop pitch. That is not. I'm trying to remember the Air 2S. They do not pitch them like that. So something different is happening here to increase its flight time. Longer battery, more aggressive pitch, more likely pitches. I was talking to Kai about this. Maybe I'll go get 2 props for our live stream at 4. So 4:30. Remember, it's 4:30 Mountain, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, 5:30 Central Time. All right. 4:30 Mountain, 5:30 Central. Lone Star UAV, get on his channel. We'll be talking about this stuff. There's no reason why we're not going to talk about it. But hopefully he can kind of weed out some of the things I'm saying and come up with another hypothesis, you know. I know he's not he's got an Air 2S and he's going to be good for a long time with that bird. I've flown it in some pretty sketchy spots and the sensors work really good. All right. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I covered my bases. 45 minutes. I thought I was going to do 30. The problem for everywhere except the U.S. is that the Mavic 3 Pro is over 900 grams, which puts it into the C2 classification, limiting where it can be flown, maybe lighter battery options. Yeah, where I fly, I know I really don't have, I don't have a lot. Heat wave here going up to 19 degrees. So, all right, I'm out of here. But I am just a little bit of news. I am going to be. I'm working on this, and this isn't so it's not news to new news to anybody. Is I did start putting together another channel, and I am going to be doing e-bikes. The reason why I'm going to do e-bikes is because it offers another opportunity for me to explore a very wide berth of things that are tech. And I love speed. I will love doing an e-bike channel, and I'm going to have a ton of fun. I'm going to do dad random style e-bike adventure, get out. I mean, I got so many places to go. Let me just show you what that channel looks like, what it's going to. It looks kind of like this. This is, that's not it. That's not it. Here we go. This is it. That's where I'm at so far. That's not official yet. That's not my picture, and I'm going to put my own. I'm going to put my own on this. I have not done a video yet. I don't even own an e-bike, so we're going to start. I'm going to keep with my drones. I'm going to kind of merge the 2 channels a little bit, and then I'm going to move all of the e-bike stuff. So they'll be simulcasted on both channels, and then they'll eventually go to their own channel, so I can use both exposures. This one will be, more searchable, and like I said, I build content for it. But I'm gonna have fun. This is a concept, so it'll be fun. I thought it'd be kind of cool. And how my 3D printers, I'm gonna be doing 3D printing. Think about this. I can 3D print tons of crap for my bikes. So, yeah. I thought you said e-bites, e-bites. E-bikes. I did say bites, didn't I? E-bites. Bike. Say bike. Bike. But, and I'm sad because I didn't jump on the bandwagon earlier. So I live in bike country. I live in flying country. I live in activity country. So e-bike's expensive. Dude, has anybody looked at the price of a drone yet? Guys, I just paid almost $2,300 for a Mavic 3. You know what kind of, I could buy I could buy 3 e-bikes for the price of one Mavic 3. I can buy 3 e-bikes. Now, of course, they're not going to be expensive. You got the same dynamic. You're going to get a separation of the seas that are parting. The really expensive e-bikes, and then the ones that are more lower cost. And that's what's fun. Because you can literally buy an e-bike for like $500, $600, and they'll resell like no problem here. So you can get into scooters. I wouldn't be huge into scooters, but anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah. So yeah. For what I'm spending on drones, I can do the same thing with e-bikes, and I'm gonna have to balance it out though. I'm gonna probably not be able to buy as many cool, expensive drones if I'm doing both. So. But I can do more drone content as it cools down. But biking is fun when it cools down. So, I mean, this is a year-round biking place. So, all right, maybe I'll do golf carts. I'll have a golf trick. I have not seen a golf cart channel yet. That would be a very small market. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to share with you a little bit. I have not bought one. I don't own an e-bike. I own bikes. I own some really nice mountain bikes. I actually what I should do is take my current mountain bike that I have. I have a really nice specialized mountain bike and convert it over to e-bike, convert it to electric. And that's actually one of my projects. It's just bigger electronics, stuff I can see. You know, that kind of stuff. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta lock this down. So, but guys, 4:30 Mountain, 5:30 Central. Join Kai and I. We're gonna talk more drones. We've got a bunch more stuff. Hey, PD. All right. Yeah, drones and bikes in England, man. The freaking bikes, they're all over the place, man. It's cheap transportation. Guys, I watched a guy travel about 100 miles in a trip with an e-bike in New York. He basically obviously brought it on trains, and he just showed you how you can easily transfer from a train and off of the train, and you can just cover more territory. He went into Manhattan and he came back to Long Island. It was freaking really good. Really good. So, had e-scooter. I don't know. I can actually ride skateboards and all that stuff. I know how to do it. I'm pretty athletic. I just don't want to do that. I want to stay in my lane. I want to do something that I can keep doing. So it'll be fun. I mean, I'm really excited. I'm excited for you guys to kind of, maybe it'll spark some more. I want to get outside. I want to be more active. Drones they make you active, but I can be way more active on bikes. So I'm going to lose some pounds. Be active. All right. So there's Dad Random's channel. Look at all that. Look at that. 1.3 million, almost at 1.5 million views, 733,000 videos. All right. And look at that. I've been pumping out some of the stats lately. Keeping busy, staying busy. So, all right. We have got a lockdown for the rest of the day. So, all right, Mavic Air 3, I think we got a great one coming. I am excited about it as the news starts to break. I'll start doing that. I do not know. This is a true do not know. This isn't one of those, and that's a fake picture right there. Fake. Totally not real. Can't be real. I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing that, because if I start my bike thing, I gotta have a point where we'll see. I don't know. So then I'd have to get rid of my Mavic 3, and I'm loving that Mavic 3. So finding my down drones, they don't crash anymore. 25, tell me, hey, I know that they limit the speed of e-bikes, but I guarantee people are going faster than 25. I've seen it on channels. Oh, look at how fast they go. It's kind of like flying far kind of thing. So 15 miles an hour, that's slow, dude. That is so slow. There's different classes. Watch him have a special license for this too. You got to have a commercial driver's license to be able to do videos with a bike. Oh my God, it's coming. It's coming. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's leave. I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you. I'm going to go eat lunch, and I'm going to go home. All right. Dead random. Mavic Air 3 coming to your town soon. Bye.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.